Alright, quick little instructional on making a 13-inch Mathews yoke. I got my posts set 13 1/8 apart. I got my jig pre-tensioned up to 100 pounds. If you're not using a BAP jig, you can actually just bump your thing all the way to the end and then tension that up to 100 pounds. Why we tension it is because as we're laying out our string, we don't want this to start to kind of pull forward and then create the tension anyways. With Bloodline 99, we're going to lay down 16 strands in order to get the right diameter of the yoke so it'll fit properly in that little half moon. I'm going to be doing green, black, and we're going to throw in a white pinstripe. And this is how I do it. So I'm going to lay out 7 full wraps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to lay out our pin. One, 2, Alright, next we're going to go ahead and we need to serve right about 4 inches of the center section of this. I didn't prep very well for this. So I'm going to lay this down with clear halo. A lot of people prefer to go ahead and just use one color for the yokes just because it makes it easier, but I like to kind of do things a difficult way and make it look fancier. So most of the time I'll actually do from 4.5 on this on one side and go to 4.5 measuring from the other side to make sure it's perfectly centered. And to speed things up, the old trusty Northwest spinner. And oh, here's a quick little mod that I've done. So I learned this from Butch Baker, but you can take these screen retainers and screw them in, and so you don't have to deal with the punching. So just pop it in, slide these over on top, and then you know it's not going to go anywhere. A little bit more to go. And what I'll do is I'll actually get all the way up to the end mark, or that 4.5 measurement. Just right there. And I'm going to go back 10. Come back up here. I'm going to loosen this just a tad so it doesn't dig into the string as much. Alright, now we can unsecure our tag ends, and we're just going to take them flush up to the serving and cut them off. Whenever I'm cutting a string, so I make sure I don't cut serving or the string material, I like to pull up so as soon as it cuts, the string drops out of the way. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and back off our tension, and here comes the fun part. So if you just had, you know, just a single color or two colors, you could just split your bundle in half. Since I'm going to be doing a pinstripe, and to give that full pinstripe effect, I'm actually going to separate that pinstripe from everything else. Pull it over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to loop these 8 times. And then, now that I've done that, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to add my pinstripe. And then rinse and repeat with this other side. Right, and then at the very end, what I'm going to do is go ahead and tension this up just a bit. I'm going to take a section of 3D serving, and then I'm just going to kind of close these bundles together to make them a little bit smoother. So I'll just wrap it around once and run it down once. And there we go. We have a 13-inch Mathews yoke. And then I'll bring you in just a little bit closer so you can see. Hope that helps.